Hey guys, LevelCap here, and today in gaming, Easter eggs might be hinting at the location of Battlefield 6 content. The horror game Silent Hills may not be dead after all. The Xbox Series consoles can run PlayStation 2 games, and much more. The Battlefield Easter egg community exploded this weekend as Battlefield 5 players finally finished the Tower of Babel Easter egg. The Easter egg was accidentally enabled in an update several months ago before DICE had actually finished it. The game's most recent update added the final version, and players spent more than a week trying to crack it. In the end, a French streamer managed the feat, revealing a remix of Battlefield 4's theme song and unlocking the Eidolon cosmetic set for Battlefield 5. Now, the plot thickens as a medal on the outfit has a series of Roman numerals stamped on it. Treating these numbers as geographic coordinates points to a location in Kazakhstan, which was a country featured in Battlefield 2. This could mean that Battlefield 6, which is due out next year, will be a modern title that revisits a key location from the past game in the franchise. And DICE are no stranger to in-game Easter eggs serving as teasers for future Battlefield games. Likewise, they frequently revisit past locations with updates maps. Battlefield 4, for example, features several Battlefield 3 maps. The same is true for Battlefield 3 when it comes to classic Battlefield 2 maps, and so on. Even Battlefield 5 offers Wake Island and Operation Metro, although in a much more dramatic and overhauled fashion. While the Tower of Babel Easter egg might have a variety of endings players have yet to discover, and the numbers on the medal could mean something else entirely, it doesn't seem like a coincidence that DICE would make a modern era game that brings back iconic locations from a previous modern era Battlefield title. It's also worth pointing out that the devs responsible for the Tower of Babel Easter egg, Rickard Antraya and Nicholas Estrand, aren't just any devs. They've both been at DICE for a very long time and have taken the lead on all sorts of Battlefield content. This is a giant Easter egg and clearly took a lot of time and resources to add to the game, so I wouldn't dismiss it as just a fun thing for players to enjoy. It's definitely teasing or hinting at something important. Battlefield 6 is expected to get a proper reveal next spring. Rumored features include support for more than 64 players in a match, a battle royale mode, next-gen destruction, improved character animations, large-scale AI crowds, and more. DICE often like to tout each new Battlefield game as the biggest one yet, and Battlefield 6 sounds like it'll be no exception to that rule. A leaker of reliable info from God of War Ragnarok also says that Hideo Kojima's Silent Hills game might be back on track. Kojima was originally set to develop the game with Hellboy director Guillermo del Toro and Boondock Saints star Norman Reedus. Following Kojima's hostile split from Konami, Silent Hills was put on ice, and Kojima went on to form his own studio. As an independent developer, his first game, Death Stranding, included several celebrity cameos, including Del Toro and Norman Reedus, who played the main character. This new leak suggests Kojima and Konami buried the hatchet and are currently working together on Silent Hills. If there's any hope of this rumor being confirmed, it might come as soon as this year's Game Awards hosted by Jeff Keighley. Kojima himself has hinted that his next game could be a horror title as well. Manga artist Junji Ito said he was approached at a party a few months ago by Kojima, who said he was interested in working with him. Ito is considered one of the most influential manga artists of contemporary Japanese horror, so the prospect of Kojima and Ito working together on a Silent Hill game is incredibly exciting, to say the least. The infamous demo for Silent Hills PT released on the PlayStation 4 as part of the game's initial marketing push, and fans have coveted that demo since Sony removed it from the PlayStation Store. Consoles with the demo installed sell for several hundreds of dollars on eBay. It's been picked apart, modded, and even recreated for PC by multiple people. To say there's a certain level of hype still floating around for Silent Hills would be grossly understating things. Halo Infinite is probably getting a Battle Royale mode sometime next year. A new rumor circulating on Twitter suggests that 343 will release the game in 4 chapters between 2021 and 2031. Yes, you heard me right, 2031. Luckily, we won't have to wait that long for the Battle Royale mode. It's expected to launch next year as a free update. Now remember, this is a rumor, so a lot of it is speculation, but it does hold some merit considering that 343 and Microsoft have positioned Infinite as a long-term project that will kickstart the Halo franchise's future. Parallels between Infinite and looter shooters like Destiny have also been drawn in some news articles. So it could be that Infinite is shaping up to be a looter shooter with several years of post-launch support and content in the works. In probably the most unexpected turn of events yet, the Xbox Series X is apparently a better PlayStation 2 emulator than the PlayStation 4 was. Modders have managed to gain access to the new Xbox console's developer mode. Through that, they've been able to run RetroArch, which includes emulators for a variety of consoles. Aside from the irony of a Microsoft console playing Sony games, it's worth pointing out that the PlayStation 5 doesn't offer PlayStation 2 game emulation at all. You have to rely on classic titles that got PlayStation 4 editions. The big question now is if the PlayStation 5 can be modded in the same way to enable classic game support. If so, that means Sony's position on games' current emulation abilities is more smoke and mirrors than hard facts. The official Nintendo Switch launch trailer for Doom Eternal just dropped and it looks very promising. The Switch port is due on the 8th of December. The original port of Doom 2016 was very well received by players despite its low resolution and 30 FPS gameplay. Based on the trailer for Eternal, players can expect a dynamic resolution system that goes well below HD. Despite the limited resolution, the frame rate looks pretty solid and the game in general doesn't have that Vaseline smear appearance of the 2016 port. It looks crisper and more detailed even when the resolution drops. So while it might not be the definitive way to play Eternal, it seems like the Switch port will still be a very competent translation. If you're itching for Cyberpunk 2077 to hit store shelves, or just a fan of the Blade Runner films, a Blade Runner Total Conversion mod for Serious Sam 3 might be just what the doctor ordered. Blade Runner Cells is a fan-made Blade Runner mod dripping with the film's iconic and brutal futuristic aesthetic. As for how it actually plays, well, it's not exactly a Serious Sam game. The mod overhauls the combat to be much more methodical and slow-paced. You won't be sprinting through sun-soaked valleys chased by thousands of replicants. It's also a pretty janky mod in some regards, so don't expect a highly polished experience. The full play session lasts about 2 hours and seems well worth the effort considering that it's, well, free. You can download it via the mod's Steam Workshop page. In our final story today, EA servers went down for over 2 hours, causing widespread outages across nearly all of their services and games. They should be back up and running fine now, but it was a severe and unexpected outage. And at the moment, EA have not yet said what caused it. Many online services have unfortunately been targeted by DDoS attacks in the last few months. Hopefully, EA isn't a fresh target for people trying to ruin the internet for everyone. And that wraps it up for today in gaming. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what story you thought was the most interesting. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. This is LevelCap signing off.